Magandang araw po muli sa mga grade 9 students po natin. So ngayon po ay nasa quarter 2 po tayo, week 3 ng ating lesson para sa Mathematics 9. So sa linggong pong ito, papasok po tayo sa ikalawang module po ng ating lesson for this second quarter. Ngayon po ay pag-uusapan natin ng tungkol sa mga radicals. So para simulan po ang ating lesson sa module ng radicals ay we're going to start na sa zero and negative exponents. So sa pagsisimula po natin ito, review muna natin ang mga laws of exponents. So nakuha nyo po ito nung kayo ay grade 7. So magre-review po tayo ulit nating laws of exponent dahil gagamitin natin yun sa ating lesson para sa linggong ito. May dadagdag lang po tayo which is yung zero at yung negative exponents. So simulan po natin sa product of A power. So again, kung meron tayong A raised to M multiplied to A raised to N, so it will be equivalent to A raised to M plus N. Ibig sabihin, kung meron tayong same base na A, at imumultiply natin siya, A times A, ang gagawin natin sa exponent ay i-add po natin. So, addition. So, basic po natin, kung meron tayong x cubed multiplied to x squared, so, ang gagawin po natin ay i-add natin, kuhanin natin yung same base which is x at i-add natin yung exponent niya which is 3 plus 2. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x raised to 5. So, ma'am, paano naman po pag may kasama siyang number? So, if there's a number included, halimbawa, meron tayong 2x cubed times 3, sabihin natin 5x raised to 10. So, multiply lang natin yung ating numerical coefficient. So, 2 times 5, that is 10. Then, x cubed times x to the fifth. So, copy your x. Then, add 3 plus 10, that is 13. So, that is for product of a power. Kasi tayo sa pangalawa. Paano naman pag quotient? So, for quotient of a power, you have a raised to m divided by a raised to n. So, both bases are a. So, what are we going to do with the exponent? Isusubtract naman natin. So, m minus n. So, let's use the same numbers or variables. You have x raised to 3 divided by x raised to 2. So, anong gagawin po natin? Copy ulit ang base, then subtract natin yung exponent. So, 3 minus 2. So, that is x raised to 1 or simply x. Paano ulit pag may numbers? Halimbawa naman, 15 x raised to 10 divided by 3 x raised to 3. So, divide lang natin yung numerical coefficient. 15 divided by 3, that's 5. Copy the same base, which is x. Then, subtract natin 10 minus 3, that is 7. So, we have 5x raised to the 7th power. That is for our quotient. Next, we have power of a power. So, kanina, same base natin. Tapos, minultiply. So, inad natin. So, what if we have the base and then raise it again to another exponent? So, ang gagawin natin, imamultiply natin yung dalawang exponent. M times n. So, let's use again your 3 and 2. So, what if we have x raised to 3 and then raised to 2? So, kanina inad natin to. Pag ganito na yung itsura niya, we're going to multiply na. So, x raised to 3 times 2, which is 6. Okay? So, magiging 3 times 2, which is 6. Another example, you have a raised to 5, then raised to 2. So, multiply lang natin. 5 times 2, that is a raised to 10. Okay. So, I hope naintindihan po yun. How about this one? We have power of a product. So, ito, dalawa na yung A and B natin nasa loob ng ating parenthesis. So, didispute natin yung exponent din sa loob. So, let's say, we have 3a squared b raised to 3 and then squared. So, didistribute natin itong 2 doon kay 3, kay 2, ay doon sa A at saka dito sa B. So, what will happen? Magiging 3, 1, may 1 tayo ng exponent. So, 1 times 2, that is 2. A, 2 times 2, that is 4. And then, 3 times 2, yung sabi natin, that is 6. Saka natin ngayon is-simplify yung ating final answer. So, this one is 3 squared. Hindi siya 3 times 3. Ay, hindi siya 3 times 2, kundi 3 squared is 3 times 3. So, 3 times 3, that's 9. Then, copy lang natin yung ating variables, a raised to the 4th power and then b raised to the 6th power. And that is our answer for this example. Another. So, we have power of a quotient. So, ganun din, pag may quotient tayo, didistribute lang din natin yung exponent na yan sa loob. So, yung m, didistribute natin kay a at saka kay b. Another example. So, we have, halimbawa, x raised to 3 over y raised to 2. Then, we raise it to the 5th power. So, didistribute natin yung exponent na yan kay y, kay x, tsaka kay y. So, magiging 3 times 5, that is 15. Then, y, 5 times 2 is 10. Okay. So, this now is our final answer. O baka may magtanong po, ma'am, i-minus po natin yung 15 tsaka yung 10. Hindi natin siya pwedeng i-subtract. Bakit? Magkaiba sila ng variable. This one is x and this one is y. Unlike dito, pareho silang x. So, kung magkaiba yan ng variable, hindi mo pwedeng i-subtract yung exponent na yan. Hindi po pwede. So, pwede lang yun kung halimbawa pareho sila ng base. Okay? Kung parehong x yan or parehong y. So, ito na yung pinaka-final answer natin. Okay. Ngayon, pasok na tayo ngayon dun sa pinaka-lesson. So, sana matandaan po yung lahat ng mga laws of exponent na yan dahil gagamitin ulit natin yan mamaya. Punta na muna tayo kay zero exponent. So, when you say zero exponent, it's any variable or number raised to 0 is equal to 1. So, kahit anong number, basta ni raised to 0 ay equivalent sa 1. So, let's have an example. So, x raised to 0, okay, any number or variable. So, naka-raise siya sa 0, so this is equivalent to 1. How about if you have 3x raised to 0? So, nasaan lang yung exponent na 0? Na kay x lang. So, we copy your 3, then times your x raised to 0 is 1. So, this one is 3. So, sana nakita nyo yung difference. Ito kasi x raised to 0 lang. Ito may kasama siyang 3. Ito lang yung equivalent sa 1. Then, what if we have the quantity 3x raised to 0? Ito iba na. Yung buong quantity na ng 3x raised to 0, ang 3x ang naka-raised to 0. So, ito na ang equivalent sa 1. So, tingnan nyo yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa. Then, so we have already an application of a while ago, tsaka yung ngayon. So, we have 64x raised to the 4th, y raised to 3, all over 16x to the 4th power. So, una, divide muna natin yung numerical coefficient. 64 divided by 16, that is 4. Then, sa ating quotient, so, copy natin yung x. 4 minus 4, that is 0. Then, wala namang ka-partner sa baba si y. So, copy your y cube. So, this is already equivalent to 1. Kaya, 4 times 1, cancel na, that's 4 or 4y cube. Or simply, dahil pareho siya doon, pwedeng cancel mo na lang siya doon. At divide na lang, copy your y cube. And that is already your final answer. So, that is for your zero exponent. So, again, kapag naka-raise sa 0, equal siya sa 1. Kahit ano pa yan. M raised to 0, that is 1. Pero lagyan mo yan ng 18, M raised to 0, and then O raised to 5, O2 ha, cancel mo lang yon. So, 18O raised to 5 lang yan. Okay? Next, paano naman pag negative exponent? So, pag negative exponent naman, kailangan kasi ang expression ay naka-simplified form kapag ang exponent nun ay positive. So, ang gagawin natin, kukuhanin lang natin yung reciprocal nun and then kukuhanin natin yung positive exponent niya. Okay? Halimbawa, we have 25x raised to negative 5 and then y raised to the second power. So, to simplify this one, so, ilalagay lang natin sa taas yung 25 kasi positive naman yung exponent niya. Then, yung y squared. And we are just simply going to bring this to the denominator, yung x. Then, magiging positive na yung 5. And this is already the simplified form. How about the next one? We have simplify m raised to 2 divided by m raised to 5. So, based from our quotient rule, copy our base. Then, 2 minus 5. Ang 2 minus 5 natin ay negative 3. And since it's negative, kuhanin natin yung reciprocal ng m, which is 1 over m. Then, exponent niya magiging positive 3. So, 1 over m cubed. Yan. How about the next? So, we have 3x cubed y raised to 6 divided by x raised to 5 y raised to 4. So, simulan natin doon sa kanyang numerical coefficient. So, 3 divided by 1, that's 3. Then, we have x. 3 minus 5 ay negative 2. Then, 6 minus 4, that is positive 2. So, ang gagawin natin, bababa lang natin itong x raised to negative 2. So, 3y raised to 2 over x squared. Yan. So, ano yung mas madaling paraan po dyan? So, pag nag-subtract kayo, tingnan nyo na agad kung saan yung mas malaki. Halimbawa, dito sa number 2. Mas malaki yung nasa ilalim, nasa denominator, which is 5. So, pag sinubtract mo siyang 5 minus 2, yung sagot niya, ilalagay mo sa ilalim. Okay? That's like right one. Then, dito, ang mas mataas din ay nasa denominator. So, 5 minus 3, nandun siya sa ilalim. Pero dito sa y, 6 minus 4, nasa taas yung mas malaki, which is 6, kaya doon siya nakalagay sa taas. Okay? Yun yung isang paraan para mas mapadali siyang i-simplify. How about this one? So, ito makikita nyo to sa activity nyo mamaya. So, you have 4 raised to negative 2 over 4 squared. So, ang gagawin natin, ililipat muna natin to sa baba para maging positive. So, may iwan na lang is 1 kasi ibababa mo yung isa pang 4. So, we copy 4 squared, which is the original, on the denominator. And then, ito, ibababa natin. Times 4 raised to 2. Saan ulit galing to? Yun po sa taas. Binaba natin para maging positive yung exponent. Then, pag sinimplify natin, 1 over, so, base from our law of exponent, same base 4, then a-add lang natin yung exponent niya, 2 plus 2, that is 4. Then, if we simplify further, 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, so, 4 na best po natin i-multiply yung 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 64 times 4, that is 256. So, ito po yung simplified form ng ating example number 4. Punta tayo ngayon sa kasunod. Okay, other examples po tayo. So, para mas higit nyo maintindihan at masagutan nyo po yung mga exercises sa module at sa activity number 3. O, simulan natin doon sa una. We have 2 raised to negative 3 over 2 raised to negative 6. So, para mas-simplify natin yan. Okay, ilagay muna natin yung lugar nila para maging positive. So, ang gawin natin, iaangat natin tong 2 raised to negative 6 sa taas. Para maging positive siya. Positive na. At ito namang 2 raised to negative 3, baba natin. Yan. Naging positive na. Then, saka natin ngayon i-simplify. So, 6 minus 3, that's positive 3. Then, we're going to have 2 raised to 3, that is 8. O kaya naman, pwedeng diretso nyo nang i-subtract. Ito yung isa pang paraan. Para makuha natin, sobrang muna natin to, tsaka yan, para mas makita nyo. So, yung isa pang paraan, tingnan natin dito. So, copy natin yung base, 2. So, baka kasi nahirapan kayo sa integers. So, ito yung isang paraan, ito pa yung isa. So, negative 3 minus negative 6. So, by your integers, so magiging negative 3 plus 6, that is 2 raised to 3, which is also 8. Yan. So, meron kayong dalawang paraan para masagot nyo yung ganitong klaseng example. Next. Ito namang pangalawa. So, you have 5 raised to negative 3 divided by 5. Pwede nyo rin gamitin. Sige, pakita natin pareho. So, pwede natin ibaba muna. 5 times 5 cube. Kasi negative yun. So, binaba ko. Then, katulad kanina example natin, a-add lang natin yung exponent niya. 1 plus 3, that's 5 raised to 4. And when we multiply, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, that is 625. Pag sinimplify po natin. Ganun din po ang magiging sagot natin kapag ginamit natin yung add ng integers. Next. So, we have here a very long example. Isa-isahin natin para mas makita nyo. Una, divide muna natin yung numerical coefficient. 100 divided by 10, 10. Then, isubtract natin yung mga variables muna natin sa x. X. So, 6 minus negative 3. Tapos, punta tayo sa y. 7 minus 0. At sa z. Negative 4 minus 2. Saka natin ngayon is-simplify. So, that is 10. 6 minus negative 3 ay 9. 7 minus 0 ay 7. And then, negative 4 minus 2 ay negative 6. So, meron tayong isang negative. Ibababa lang natin yan. So, magiging 10x raised to 9, y raised to 7, all over z. Ba't natin binaba? Para maging positive. And this is already your final answer for that. Yan. So, sana naintindihan nyo po yung mga examples na yan para mas masagutan nyo po yung ating mga learning task. So, ito yung papasagutan natin na learning task number 1 sa ating module. So, ang gagawin lang po natin dito sa learning task number 1 is i-simplify natin isa-isa. Halimbawa, itong number 1. Anong gagawin natin? Dahil naka-raise to sa negative 1. Itong number 2. Isang buong expression siya na naka-raise to 0. Anong sinabi natin kanina kapag negative at 0 exponent? So, tandaan natin sa ating 0 exponent, kahit ano pa yan na naka-raise to 0 ay equal sa 1. Kapag naman negative, kailangan natin gawing positive. Kukuhanin natin yung reciprocal, tapos magiging positive na yung exponent. Ibibigay natin yung sagot dun sa iba. So, mga dalawa siguro yung pinakamahirap para mas maintindihan po natin. Halimbawa, itong number 11. Since naka-raise siya sa negative 1, kukuhanin lang natin yung reciprocal niya. So, pagbabalik ta rin lang natin itong 9 tsaka yung AB. 9 over AB. So, yan yung sagot sa number 11. So, yung iba, ganun din halos yung gagawin. Kukuhanin nyo na yung reciprocal para ma-simplify siya. Halimbawa, punta tayo dito sa number 8 since ito yung mukhang mas mahirap-hirap. So, una, divide muna natin yung 120 tsaka 12. Katulad ng 100 tsaka 10 natin kanina. So, magiging 10. Tapos, minus lang natin yung exponent. So, 5 minus negative 2, 7. Then 6 minus 0, that is 6. Then negative 5 minus 2, that is negative 7. So, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, ibababa lang natin to. So, magiging 10a raised to 7, b raised to 6, over c raised to 7. So, ito na yung final answer. So, yan, binigyan ko na kayo ng dalawang sagot. So, yung number 8 at saka yung number 11. The rest, kayo na yung gumawa. So, yung ibang natira, isi-simplify nyo lang. Madali lang yung gagawin nyo. So, magsisimplify lang para makuha nyo yung final answer. So, paano naman po yung sa activity? Paano natin gagawin po yung activity number 3? So, ang gagawin po nyo, isi-simplify nyo lang po isa-isa. So, halos yung number 1 to 5, nabigay na natin yung example na yan do sa kanina po nating mga slides. So, halimbawa, let's say, itong number 10. Sige, gawin natin itong number 10. So, number 10, 16x raised to negative 11, y raised to 2, all over 56, x raised to 4, y raised to negative 2. Negative 2. So, una natin gagawin is yung numerical coefficient, divide natin. So, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi siya pwedeng i-divide. Hindi siya divisible. So, isi-simplify natin yung fraction. Lowest term. So, si 16 at saka si 56, parehong divisible by 4. So, divide natin by 4. Pareho yan. So, 16 divided by 4, that is 4. Then, 56 divided by 4, that is 14. So, pag sinimplify natin yan, magiging 4. Divisible by 8 pa pala. So, pwede pa natin siyang masimplify. So, ulitin natin yung part na yon. So, sa 8 siya simplify natin. Nabura. So, we have 16, x raised to negative 11, x raised to 4. Yan. So, simplify natin siya. Divisible by 8. So, 16 divided by 8, that is 2. Then, 56 divided by 8, that is 7. Tapos, negative 11 minus 4, that is negative 15. Tapos, y, 2 minus negative 2, positive 4. 2 minus negative 2. Then, since negative yung 15, para mas masimplify, gagawin lang natin siyang positive, ilalagay natin siya sa ilalim. So, ang naiwan sa taas, yung 2y to the 4th, 7. Then, nasa baba na si x raised to 15. So, ang sagot natin, 2y to the 4th over x raised to 15. Ang sagot natin sa number 10. So, yun. So, sakto, number 10 yung una. So, nasaan tong 2y to the 4th, y raised to 15? Ayun. So, ang sagot na sa number 10 ay letter E. Ayun kasi, letter E siya. Tapos, lalagay lang natin doon sa ating decoder. Yun, number 10 kasi yung una. Number 10 to. Lalagay lang natin doon, letter E. Yan. So, then, sagutan mo na, ang una nyong gagawin, sagutan nyo muna yan lahat. So, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, hanapin nyo yung equivalent niya dito sa baba ng mga letters. Pagkakuha nyo, ilagay nyo yung mga letters na equivalent niya. Halimbawa, ito ay A, halimbawa to ay Y. At yun lamang po ang ating lesson for week 3 ng ating lesson for Mathematics 9. So, sana po masagutan niyo yung ating learning task 1 at yung ating activity number 3. That's all for today, class. Thank you and have a good day.